were, all the other stuff that was on there. I don't have a book,
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. You should receive your manuals, I'm thinking, today.
Okay.
So until then, if you can't do the assignment, I would just submit unable to do the assignment, no manual. And then if you want to try to do some of them by Googling or what have you, we're kind of just doing the best we can. But I don't want you to worry about missing anything, because what happens is where you start now, you're going to do a big circle and you won't finish until you hit right now. So we're going to hit this information again before you grad out.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. I know that sometimes at the beginning and getting started, and Melissa can vouch for this too, it's a little bit precarious, but it does get better, right, Melissa?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I pretty much kind of went through everything to see what kind of what the classes was about. Now, what is the ebook? Is the ebook the same thing that I'm going to be getting?
No. Did you set up an Evolve account?
Yeah, I did.
Your ebooks are on your Evolve account, and I'm waiting a few more minutes for the other lady to join us, and then I'm actually going to go into the ebook and show you what that looks like, and then we'll go into e-learning. And I don't know if you guys are calling it your e-learning page or my Unit Tech page or your Genzabar page, but it's all the same thing.
Okay.
So ebook though is not the same thing. That's our Evolve. I know all these different little things, but
yeah, because I downloaded the website for it, and I was kind of going through it, and I said, well, maybe it's the ebooks that has the original books there for me to start whatever I needed to, but I couldn't find it, so it's like, no.
Did you put in your little redeem code that Miss Jana sent you in your email?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you probably have your Vital Source library. And again, whenever I pull mine up, you can kind of compare it. It may look a little different because I'm on the instructor side, but you can kind of compare it. And I'm sure Melissa can give you, again, some quick notes on, Melissa, whenever we, if she's saying something that you recognize, please chime in.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
While we're waiting on our other lady, Melissa, what's wrong? What are you having trouble with, sweetie?
I noticed that you said that the test that's on there for me to do today is from last week, or did you fix that?
I have no idea. I just said take it and just run with it.
Okay, all right.
Because that was that week that I was in Georgia and I was trying to do everything, and at this point it's too we just go in with it. If it's a test you've already taken, you should ace it.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure if that was the original test and somebody had taken it originally, because when I got them swapped around. So
yeah, I didn't take it. Yeah, if it's the right one, then I didn't take it yet. But I know last week they took the wrong test and then they took the right test again.
Yeah. So now that I'm home and settled, that won't be happening. So we're just kind of leaving it the way it is, because at this point it's too confusing to try to switch anything around. So we'll just leave it like that. Okay. And I don't know if you've noticed, Melissa, I'm not actually in my classroom. I'm with massage therapy today.
Okay.
Just sitting with them while they they're listening to me yak to y'all. There's
volunteer.
Yeah, I'm not a licensed massage therapist, so they can't really work on me. So they can only massage if they have a licensed massage therapist in the building. And
okay.
So is that one of the classes that they're giving?
That's one of the classes here at Unitech, but after this group, it won't be available anymore. They're going to teach it out. So yeah. So anyway, but we have us, which is medical billing and coding. Our campus, I'm in Alexandria, so we have not massage therapy anymore. We have medical assistant, we have EKG phlebotomy, we have dental assistant, we have pharmacy, and then we have ECAC, which is early childhood development.
Okay.
Did I get it all? I think I got them all. I tried to go around the building in my head as I was saying it.
Yeah, I did EKG years ago. So
yeah, but that'll help you because you know some medical terminology.
Right.
So it always helps when you have some medical terminology. Okay, I'm gonna wait about one more minute and then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
So Miss Elise, what do you do now? Do you work now or?
No, I've been out of the medical field for about 2 years
Okay.
because of a back injury.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to get back into the medical field. I worked in the medical field for over 20 some years. So I kind of
Wow.
want
So yeah,
to
well,
get
medical
back
billing.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Medical billing and coding is the only thing that I didn't do.
Well, you've come full circle then, huh?
Yeah, I really wanted to get back in, but by 2 years before then, I took care of 2 of my family members. So that kind of took my whole time up with going back out in the field also. And then I took care of a neighbor of mine. So
Yeah.
it
Well,
was, my hands was full.
yeah, you've been busy being a caretaker. Well, I
Yeah.
came to medical and billing and coding a little bit later in life, in my about 45 years old. I decided I homeschooled my children for years. I have 5, and
Wow.
they decided that my older one graduated from homeschooling, and then my second oldest son decided he wanted to go to high school. And I said, well, if he's going, this is a good time to transition. So
Right.
I transitioned them into school, and then I said, well, what am I going to do with myself? So I took an online medical billing and coding class, and I started working at Rapides Regional Medical Center. I started out in human resources, and then I moved to a unit secretary as I was finishing school. And then I was just blessed enough to get in with Acadiana Billing Solutions here.
Right.
And I did billing for about 3 months, which billing is my favorite because I love key entry. And then very quickly became a coder, a cardiology coder. So I coded for Red River Cardiology and Friedman Cardiology, and then 2 small cardiology clinics in Natchitoches. And I was looking for something a little different. I wanted to really be able to do something that I felt like was helping people. And then I found the night position here on Indeed, and I told my husband, I'm going to apply. They're never going to call me. They did. And so for about 6 months, I worked my coding job from 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. And then I came to Unitech and I taught from 5 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 o'clock at night. And then I got up the next day and did it all over again. So I understand what it's like to work and be busy and still have a list of things to do. But you know, it all panned out when the position for the lead instructor came available. I moved into that, and I moved to one job. And boy, it didn't come too soon. I promise you, I was ready for it. So
that was a lot.
Yeah. And so I've been doing this for about 4 years now, and I've not regretted it for a moment. I love doing this. Switching to online has been a bit of a transition for me because I love face-to-face. I'm a friendly, bubbly person, and I love to be in front of students and working with students. But you know what? Times change, and we got to change with it. And so we have a lot of fun during our Zoom classes. We do Zoom on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11. And we have a lot of fun. Usually, don't we, Melissa?
Yeah.
And those really do seem to help too, because we do usually Thursdays we do coding class is what we call that. And so we actually code on Thursdays. I think tomorrow when we do Zoom, I'm going to do coding tomorrow too, because we have so many new students and learning the process of coding is difficult. So I may try to do medical terminology, then talk about our next chapter, and then we'll do some coding, and that way we can kind of come full circle and do a little bit of everything. So well, what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to ask you, Miss Elise, do you understand attendance?
Pretty much I went through it, but you can explain it again so that I can get the full understanding of it.
Okay.
Anything you need to do is fine with me.
Right. Well, because I'm going to be sending this video to other students that started on Thursday, I'm just going to kind of go through the whole thing and be a little bit more detailed for my original video. So attendance, I check attendance every single day, which means I get on every day on the e-learning page and see what you've submitted. So if you haven't submitted a daily assignment or a lab report, then you're marked absent. Now, all that means is you're marked absent. absences do not go against your grade. The only thing that's going to go against that grade is if you get far behind and then your late assignments and those kinds of things. But if you're say that you're not feeling well for a couple of days and you miss 2 days and you're marked absent those 2 days, but then you catch up on that third day, no harm, no foul. That's why we're online.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but yesterday I sent out a reminder that says, assignments are opened and week at a glance is up.
Right.
Really, midnight on Sunday till midnight on the next Sunday is our assignment time.
Okay.
I have extra students, and so they're bugging me by 3 o'clock on Sundays going, hey, when are you going to open it up? So I usually try to get that opened up as quickly as possible, just because some people work all through the week and they want to do their assignments on the weekends.
Right. Okay.
Also, absences become detrimental when you have 14 straight days, and that counts the weekends, because at 14 straight days with no submitted assignments, you will what's called 14-day out, which means you'll be dropped from the program, and that has nothing to do with Miss Marcia. That is a Unitech rule and regulation. You're going to know much sooner than 14 days, because I'm going to be communicating with you and saying, hey, I've noticed the last couple of days you haven't submitted, everything okay? I have some ladies that I have it written down. Jane Smith works all through the week, will start her work on Friday. So I know what the schedule's like. You understand what I mean? I know when I get in every day, Melissa uploads a day every day. She uploads her assignments every single day. So like if I went on tomorrow and Melissa didn't have an assignment, I'm going to text her and say, hey, is everything all right? Because I know what to look for with Melissa. Right. I know that she's going to, I have other ladies that do every 2 days, and I guess because I do this every single day, I kind of memorize who does what.
Right.
Or I make little notes, so that way I'm not asking, Jane why she didn't turn her work in when she's already told me I'm going to start on Fridays and I'll have it in by Sunday evenings. Okay. So I'm not concerned. So that's attendance. Also, I'm a communicator. Please communicate with me. If I am, for example, my daughter's graduation recently, I sent out a reminder that says I will not be available Friday evening because my daughter has graduation. I know that my office hours on my welcome letter says 8 to 5, and we try to stick within that because there's like 50 of y'all. So can you can imagine if I'm getting, but I don't want you to feel like I'm in a crisis situation. There's something going on. Oh my goodness. You still can text me and say, hey, Miss Marcia, this is what's going on. And if I have time, I'm going to get with you right then. If I don't, I'll say, don't worry, we'll get to it in the morning. You understand what I mean? Because I don't want you to feel like you're not being heard or you don't have help. Also, I'll show you when I get there, you have other students' phone numbers too. So you and Melissa have met, so you might feel comfortable exchanging numbers and saying, hey, Melissa, did you get blah, blah, blah? Or, hey, that really does help because you guys can get together and discuss the coding and discuss what you think. And that's so important.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this is our, we're going to call it our e-learning page, our Genza bar, or what have you. And I'm just going to log in. And again, Miss Elise, it's going to look a little bit different because this is the instructor side.
Okay.
But y'all are OMBC 03. And right now we are doing module 154. And when we go to the ebooks, I'm going to show you that book. But one of the most important things that I want to show you is our week at a glance. Have you had time to look at that yet?
I actually went there, but I, for some reason, couldn't log on to see what it looks like.
Okay, well, we need to make sure that you can get into your e-learning and you can get this, because these are your weekly assignments. So for today, Monday, the 28th, you're on day 20 of 40, and this is everything that's scheduled for today.
Okay.
Tuesday is day 21, Wednesday is day 22, Thursday's day 23, Friday's day 24. and it just has a quick synopsis of what your work's going to be. I'm going to
Okay.
show you why that will help. It's because when you go to your coursework, you have a whole list of stuff.
Right.
And so sometimes it's like, well, what in the world? What day am I on? Well, that week at a glance will tell you what day you're on. Some of my students write it in a planner. Some of my students print it off if they have a printer, and they check it off as they do it. So they always know where they're at.
Okay.
So, what day are we on?
I think, is it 19? No, day 20.
We're on day 20, yeah. Okay, let me find day 20. Well, today's day 20. There's no day 20 on daily assignments because we have a test today.
Okay.
Miss Elise, you don't have your manual, so you can't very well take your test.
Right.
So
I tried to get there.
yeah, so just hang on with that and don't worry about it. But I'm going to go ahead and go to day 20 of our lab. Let's see what I've got here. And again, remember, it looks a little bit different for me than it does you because I'm on the instructor side.
Okay.
So today it is Watch the Queen of Guidelines attached below. This is long and is only part 1. You may choose to do part 2 and 3 on your own time. It is worth the time to watch. When you get your manual, you're going to want to watch these. They are long, but I'm going to tell you, the Queen of Guidelines is amazing. She's on YouTube. And then the only thing that you have to submit is submit 10 things you learned. You write 10 things on a piece of paper, you take a picture, you submit it.
Oh, okay.
Anything, Miss Elise, you don't have to sit and type it all. Write it down on notebook paper, take a picture and upload it. Now, if you don't know how to upload, let me know. And again, YouTube is a wonderful way to learn that. And then also, I'm sure Melissa can do step-by-step with you. But then I've even loaded your video here for you.
Okay.
So let me get out of...
I think she gets logged in, she can look at it easier.
Yeah. I also want to show you, I'm trying to think, or I don't know, I'm gonna have to hunt.
Let me just ask you, when it says, the assignment says, for instance, like 15 of 40, what are you talking about when you say 15 of 40? Are we talking about the days or?
Yeah, the days. So this is module 154, and there are 40 days in this module.
Okay.
So if I say day 15 of 40, we're on day 15 of the module, and the module is 40 days.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Also, I want to show you in your e-learning. I just picked one. This is just an example. So it says chapter 17, read coronary artery anomalies through thrombectomy attached. And then if you're reading in your ebook, this is where it's found. Complete and submit these 2 exercises. If you scroll down, I have copied and pasted everything that you need already here in case you can't get into your ebooks.
Okay.
I would prefer for you to get into your ebooks, Miss Elise, because it will read it to you.
Right.
Yeah, so at the bottom of the screen, you can just press the little speaker and he'll just talk to you.
Yeah, I actually did one of the books like that, auto, and it kind of read everything to me. So I tested out.
Sorry, I should have added something here and I didn't. Miss Elise, if you see or anybody that can hear this recording, you do not have to do ICD-10 codes, even if it's on there, because we haven't covered it yet.
Okay.
I have been trying to do it, but I get a little confused because
I've tried to do a couple of crash courses with the ICD-10, a couple of classes, but what's happening is people start focusing way too much on that and not on the CPT coding. So I'm like, no, we're just going to take one subject at a time. Okay, so also something else I want to show you, Miss Elise, that was news and announcement is where the week at a glance is. That's where week at a glance is found, and that's like our map.
Okay.
We have our syllabus, which is just a regular syllabus, but something I've just added is PowerPoint slides. So if you click PowerPoint slides and you click on chapter 17, I'm sorry, I keep having to move y'all because I never know where my little thingy is going to pop up at. You're going to have your chapters PowerPoint slides. So you can read through those.
Okay.
And as you're reading, it kind of gives you a jumping off point.
Right.
So that's something new that I've added. Okay, Melissa, can you think of anything else? Oh, there is one more thing. Under news and announcements also, you got to scroll down a little bit. Well, where's the team member thing at?
I think it's roster maybe, or overview. I don't remember which one it was. It might be overview. That's
yes.
not the team. I mean,
used
it'll
to have
show
a
you.
list. Yeah, I used to have a list somewhere, but it's not there
I think
anymore.
it is because I looked at it on yesterday with the team name to try to see it was team 1 and team 2.
Yeah, but I
They
don't
had a
see it.
list of names.
Oh, here we go. It's under older items, probably. Well, anyway, so you've seen that, and Melissa's name is on there.
Okay.
I usually talk to Antoinette when I have problems. I'll call her up.
Yeah, Antoinette is awesome too. Gosh, we have so many awesome ladies. Everybody's awesome so far.
Okay.
Okay, so any questions on our e-learning page?
No, I pretty much went through it, so I understand what you're talking about with that one.
Just whenever you go on your coursework, like when you go, just say you go to lab or you go to daily assignment, whenever you're getting ready to upload it, you just go at the bottom of it and it's going to have like a little plus sign, upload.
Okay.
You're going to press it and it's going to bring up this little square box and it's going to have another upload button, and you just pull from whatever you downloaded, and
Right.
then it says was it insert, I think, and then you just add, and it'll pop at the bottom and say it's ready to be turned in, and you just press turn in, and then you're done.
Okay.
It's not very hard.
So if she takes a picture of it with her phone, she has to probably email it to herself, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do it. I usually just upload it from my computer because I always type it.
Upload, yeah.
She types hers, so but it just, it might be just one extra step for you to take a picture, email it to yourself, save it, and then upload it. So it just depends on whatever process that you want to do there. Okay, so now we're going to go to our ebooks, and that is our Evolve account.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into my Evolve. Hang on, I got to log in. Okay, and remember, mine may look a little bit different.
Right.
But what you're looking for is go to Vital Source
Vital
Library.
Source.
So when you click on that, this is what it should look like.
Right.
So we are in this, oh my goodness. Okay, hang on just a minute. We are in this blue book. Well, where did it go? Sorry, it went ahead and opened the book before you could see it. You're in this blue book, Bucks Step by Step Medical Coding 2021 edition.
Okay.
So that is your textbook.
Okay.
This is your workbook. Your workbook just says workbook at the top. Okay. So if you open your book, we're going to be in Unit 3, and then you just choose whichever chapter we're on.
Okay.
I believe we're on chapter 17, the cardiovascular system. So when you click that, you just wherever you need to be.
Okay.
And then right down here, the read aloud.
Right.
So, but there's something else that I want to show you that's important to know. Let me see if I can get back to table of contents. Okay, so I'm back at the table of contents, Miss Elise. If you scroll down here and you see Appendix A, Exercise Quick Check and Toolbox Answers, and Appendix C, Learning Objective and Glossary Review Answers. I'm not telling you to go in and cheat, but what I'm saying, if you want to check your answers before you turn them in, or if you get stuck, please use these resources to help you.
Okay.
So that's our textbook. Again, you know, it's just, you just choose where you want to be. And then if you go into the workbook, you just choose the chapter. If we're in the cardiovascular system and we're doing theory, it just pops right up. Now, the one thing that I wish it would let us do, and as it doesn't, is you really can't put anything in there. You've got to, you've got to just write it down.
I like it when you put it on the Gens Bar page, because it's easier. I can print it from there. Whenever you print it from here, it says do not copy.
Yeah, well, the only problem with me copying and pasting it like this is it doesn't look like this. It gives me a line here, and then it gives me a line here, and it's all mixed up and messed up. And so I've just stopped copying and pasting it because it takes me so long to correct it that it just became.
When I get here, do I have to print it out?
No, you can just you can write it down. You can print it out. Can you print it out?
You can print it, but it says do not copy on it when you print it. It's kind of blurry, but if she puts the right answers in the right spot, then I don't see any problem with doing it.
Yeah. So you can print it from here, but it does say do not copy. I guess because if you could reproduce it, you could just sell it. I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So pretty much you just write the answers in. And once you do the answers, what do I do after that?
You're going to upload it. Now, I may say you need to pay attention to what I'm asking you to submit. So if you look at theory, it's 1 through 11, and then you may have, see, all of this is still theory.
Right.
I may only ask you to submit 12 through 26.
Okay.
So for me, instead of making you type or write the whole thing and turn in the whole thing, you know that this is what you have to turn in. You need to do the other work too, but this is really all that I'm asking you for. So to me, it kind of gives it kind of, yeah, I would still do it. I mean, I'm not asking to look at that, but this is how you're going to know what you're doing and how you're going to learn your material.
Okay.
Okay. So any other questions about?
No, I got it. Yeah.
Okay, so what other questions do you have for me?
That's the only thing that I really needed to know was how the assignment was set up, where I needed to go with the ebook to, kind of read and do what I needed to do for the assignment.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a book, and then I pretty much wanted to know what I needed to do. I didn't want to get behind.
Right.
So that's why I need to kind of reach out.
Yeah. On ebook, those are your textbooks. What you're waiting for are your manuals, which is where we are going to use to look up the codes.
Okay.
So this is what you're waiting on. I know that you're waiting on that, so you can Google and answers, or what I mean. I'm just going to ask anybody that doesn't have their manuals yet, just to do the best you can until your manuals come, and then please let me know as soon as they get here.
Okay,
so
then
that I can kind of see what we're doing, because you guys started Thursday and you're still waiting on things. I'm not marking anyone absent at this point, simply because that's unfair. I mean, we can't really do anything without those manuals. Until you get those, just continue on doing little things and getting yourself familiar, I think.
Okay, so the manual pretty much direct you to what you need to do day by day.
No, the only thing that directs you to do what you to do day by day is going to be your week at a glance on your e-learning page.
Okay.
Then you're going to have your textbooks. Your manuals is what you're going to use to answer your coding questions in your textbook and your workbook.
Okay.
And once you get your manual, you can go on YouTube and just kind of type in beginning for coders. How do I code CPT for beginners? And I'll be more than happy to help you too. But if you want to get a jump start, tomorrow we have a class at 11. And we'll be doing medical terminology. We'll talking about, giving some tips on how to code cardiovascular, and then we'll do some coding too. So if you're able to, well, hopefully you'll have your manual. And if you have your manual, then we can.
Yeah, I hope it comes today.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
it'll make it a lot easier for you to look up.
Yeah, okay. Well, I kind of watched your video on yesterday evening about the coding and how y'all were discussing. And so I did do that yesterday to keep, me up on top of what was really going on.
Oh, okay. So you watch, just look up the index in the back of the book and then flip back to the front.
Yeah.
It does take a little while, but when you get the hang of it and you put your tabs in your book, it makes it a little easier.
Yeah. So I did watch the video with you guys on yesterday.
Okay, good. So that's great, because the process of coding is the same every time. It's just maybe a different section.
Right.
So it's pick out your key term, go to your index, look it up, then go to your tabular and see if it matches.
Okay.
If you can't find the word, no harm, no foul, pick a different word.
Yeah.
It's I don't pick the right word every single time.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes when you pick a term in there, it'll say, look at this section. Like it'll tell you underneath.
Okay.
So you just, okay, let's go to the next one. You just kind of tab through it, and then you finally find it,
Right. Okay, then. Yeah. So that helped a lot with me looking at the video to get an understanding what was going on with that.
Well, wonderful. So I'm glad. We're so excited to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
Anybody that is listening to my video, do not get frustrated. We're going to work it out one step at a time.
Okay.
Getting our manuals is our first step, and then we're just going to continue to move forward and work together.
Yeah, one day at a time. I've been out of school for quite a long time.
And there's several of you, Miss Elise. There's several of you that have.
Some years, so it's just something new that I'm getting back into right now. And hey, I'm willing to do anything to keep up with it. So
that's absolutely wonderful. All you have to have is a willing spirit. That's it. If you're willing to do it, you can do it.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go if you don't have any more questions and get on with your day.
Okay. Thank y'all guys so much for the help.
So welcome.
It helped a lot. It really did.
I'm so glad. And hopefully you can join us tomorrow at 11. The join information that I sent you today is the same exact join information every single time.
Okay.
So write down that meeting ID number and that password, and you can just get in every single time.
Okay, good. I'll see you on tomorrow then.
Okay, see you then.
All right.
Bye, Melissa.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.